Howdy, Possum Patty here, and yeah, I'm just journaling, so come on along. Yeah, this is not going to be easy, but post-cataract surgery, I'm going to do some journaling because the doctor said it's going to take quite a while for the eyes to heal and settle down and get new glasses, and it's going to be weeks and weeks and weeks. And I'm like, I can't go weeks and weeks and weeks without any journaling. I didn't journal for 2 days, and I'm like, must journal, must journal. Must sit down and create something. So these are the glasses that I usually wear for the intro because the lights don't reflect on these as much as the glasses I usually wear when I'm working. I'll do cataract surgery journaling in a different video, but today I'm just working on what was already on the desk, and there's a pile of stuff on the desk that I can play with, that I don't have to go searching around the room for some things. So yeah, so when I work, I wear these glasses, and after surgery, this is the eye I had done, right? I couldn't see through the lens, so I was at my post-op doctor meeting yesterday, and I had them pop the lens out because it was just like a big white blur on this side with the lens in there. And yes, I can see much better with this eye now. It's still a little fuzzy, but much better than it was. You know, it's only been a few days, and he said it'll take a while to heal. And I'm like, okay. So I had them pop the lens out, but now, you know, they're not really working together. The lens on this eye makes everything bigger, and now there's no lens on this eye, and I can see pretty clearly, but everything is like normal size. So my brain is working really hard to kind of put those two images together so I can see what I'm doing. So my perspective may be off a little bit, but you know what? I'm just journaling, and you know, I'm just going to sit here and put some things in the journal and not worry too much about the end result, and just enjoy the process for for what it is. Yeah, it's going to be funny, but you know, we'll see how it turns out. So like I said, I had this book. I was working on this the other day. I did the auto show and some things. This is actually my November journal. And there were a few pages in here that I started, and everything was just right here on the table. So I figured, well, why don't I just go ahead and finish up those 2 pages? And I have another pile of things sitting over there for a different journal, and I might make another video with that too. So yeah, I'm going to talk about the cataract surgery in a different video, but I just wanted to say white is really white. This is amazing. Yes, colors are much brighter with this eye that I had done, and I think I've forgotten what white really looks like, because you know, your cataract makes everything like sepia color, brownish, like old varnish, orangey brownish old varnish color. And everything I was looking at, I didn't realize it, but had that sepia tint to it. And now when I use just this eye over here, it's like, wow, that's white. That's white. Oh, yeah. What a difference. Yeah. So this eye has to heal. Then I get this eye done. Then this eye has to heal. And then after all that, I guess then I'll go back and then they'll test my eyes, and might need, I might need reading glasses when it's all done, but that's okay. The vision is going to be much better. Yeah, so enough about that. That'll be a different video. Let me just show you what I'm playing with here. Yes, November journal. Am I still doing November journaling? Yes, I am. December, yes, of course. October, yeah, there's a few things for October and even last summer, I'm sure. But that's okay. So I did the car show, and then I skipped 2 pages. Oh, I think I was going to put Flat Stanley and the National Guard here because that was the auto show, and something else over here. And I started these 2 pages. Now, I know this is for Johnny Rockets. This is a deli paper from the restaurant, and this is where we had lunch the day of the auto show. And then I used this patriotic paper to make a pocket on this side, and I cut out shapes to make a rocket for Johnny Rockets for a tuck. Oh, and the fire came from one of those random scrapbook pages I got at the flea market. Campfire. And I punched a round hole. I'm going to put Stanley's picture there. A journal about the restaurant. Oh, and this one was for Veterans Day. Now, this paper is one of the pages that I took out. Now, Rhonda at Junk Journal Diva made this journal. I won it. And she had 4 signatures in here. And I actually took 2 out. But I saved all the papers. And that was one of them. And I thought, well, for Veterans Day, I might want to use this image over here. I'm going to put that down there, very patriotic. And the reason I took 2 out was because I'm not finished with the first signature yet. And by the time I fill up this one, I'm sure the book is going to be about that fat with just 2 signatures. So yeah, she put a lot of paper in here, but it will not go to waste. As you can see, I'm using it already. And let's see, where was it? All right, why don't we just go ahead and do this first? Yes, you don't journal for 2 days. It seems like you got to start all over again. Or maybe it's just my eyesight. I don't know. Got to get organized. Got to get back into the routine. Cutting, yeah, without perspective is a little weird. So ripping may be safer. Now I cut these shapes with a rocket. I did this before surgery. Yeah, no, I didn't do those today. I did punch the hole today, though. I'm just going to rip them out. Is this George Washington? I don't know. Might be. Just looks patriotic. And I'm just going to glue him down there like that. Oh, and the reason there is a pocket here is because I was going through some stuff on the desk, and I found this letter. Now, I did take one of these images off of here and cover our address, and this one definitely is George Washington because it says Christmas 1776, and this is George Washington crossing the Delaware River on Christmas Day with his troops. Now, this came in the mail. I thought this was last year. You know what? It says 2022. Oh my gosh, this has been on the desk for 2 years, more than 2 years. Okay, let's get it into the journal. And I'm like, who is sending Mr. Cattusi a letter from the middle school here in Canterbury? And we opened it up, and inside was this handwritten letter that says, Dear Thomas, thank you for your bravery in this country, and I thank you for the sacrifices you have made. Sincerely, Sherman. So I'm believing that the middle school kids had a project to write letters thanking the veterans for their service. I don't know who Sherman is, but thank you, Sherman. Mr. Possum thanks you for your thank you letter. So I thought I would stick this in the journal. I can't believe it's been on the desk for 2 years. All right. And I'm just going to put the whole thing like that right in the pocket. And I'm going to glue this down. Got to use up the last of my old glue stick. We went to Walmart. I found some more. Finally. I bought 2 at one store. And then we were at a different Walmart and I bought 3 more. Mr. Possum's like, did you just buy some? I said, yeah, but sometimes they're hard to find. I'll just stock up on them for now. Okay. Now that page is done. Now back to the rocket. So my idea was to put Stanley in the window and glue this down as a tuck and make a journaling card. Very simple page. Lots of tucks and pockets. Oh, also in November, Election Day. So I printed out a picture of Stanley and I glued a piece of, you know, it was just a package that some stickers came in, you know, like this plastic stuff. That's all that is on top of it. And now I'm going to put that on the inside of the rocket. So Stanley is looking out the window. I'm going to put the glue around the porthole here. Put this down on top. And I'm going to trim this off. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now all I have to do is glue this in like a tuck and make a journaling card. Yes, I'm not always quick to think about things, but on our way out of the restaurant as we were paying, I noticed some of these deli papers over on the counter there. And I asked the waitress, I said, can I have one of those clean papers? And she gave me one. Okay, now I had gotten these at the Dollar Tree. I hauled all my iron-on patches already, I believe, yes. And I was thinking I could put one of these patches on the journaling card with a picture. I printed out a picture. Now, they have gluten-free rolls and sweet potato fries at Johnny Rockets, so I like to go there. But then Mr. Possum went to the library to pick up some videos, and he said, here, I brought you something. And they had these little pamphlets by the door about teaching your kids about money and saving money. And one of them has this rocket on the front. This one's about careers. And the inside, ooh, the inside has a beautiful design of Saturn with its rings. And I can call it Jupiter because Jupiter has rings too. But nobody likes when I do that. Oh, look at these cute little characters. Aw, those are adorable. They're like little alien guys. Money monsters. Oh, those are the money monsters. Okay, money monsters. All right, so I'm going to cut this down. It's like a rocket inside of a rocket. Is that too much rocket? No, you can never have too much rocket. I think I got some of these before. Last year. Or the year before, maybe. Look at that. Perfect journaling card. Wow. Easy peasy, pumpkin squeezy. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Ooh, should we cut it into a shape even? Or I could put an astronaut on there. Now, because these are iron-on patches, doesn't mean you have to sew them or iron them on anything. You can glue them down if you would like. I could put astronaut on there and do my journaling on the back. All right, you know what? I'm going to do my journaling first because this is going to make it a little lumpy. And oh, I could write with a white pen. I might have a little ink left in my white pen. Oh, I have to look up the date of this again. I've got my little astronaut glued down, all red, white, and blue, just like his rocket there. On the back, I put a picture of what we had for lunch. Of course, flat Stanley's on the table. Wow. And I gave it sort of a raggedy background using this paper, the red and white stripes. And I love the way it looks, all torn like that against the dark blue background. I used my white Signo Uniball pen. November 10th, 2023, yummy burgers and sweet potato fries after the car show. And I'm gonna slip him into the tuck like that. Oh look, Stanley's waving out the window and the little astronaut out in space is waving back. And at this point I was gonna say, done, I have 2 pages done. But I looked over at this page and I was like, you know what? I have another idea. Yeah, that happens. You just have to start journaling. Even when you have no ideas, just start journaling and the ideas will come. Well, let's see. My new idea now is to take a picture of Mr. Possum while he was in the service in Vietnam. I did put a sepia tint on this. And I'm taking a piece of paper that is from the signatures that I removed from the journal. And I put a sepia tint on this because that's the color of the paper here. I'm going to add a picture of Mr. Possum like that. And I'm going to rip this out and put that on this side and where it came from. And let's see. Oh, I had another idea. I had a piece of red, white, and blue paper here. Like this. And I thought about adding that on there also. And then I'm going to do a little journaling over there. And then maybe, oh, you know what, that side has a writing. Let me put this on this side. Do my journaling there. And I had another one. I could put it on this side. I put that on there. And use that instead of just the letter in the envelope. I think that makes it much more interesting because it's thanking him for his service. I've got a picture of him. I'll write what it is. I got a little bit of that red, white, and blue there. And I mean, this is just like a bunch of blank paper, so you really don't need that. And the envelope is not necessary, except for I want to know where it came from. And I'll save that little blurb right there. Oh, I want to put the date too because it's 2022. Yeah, and I'll save that little ticket I glued down there. All right, let me get this all glued together. Well, I think this is much more interesting, don't you? Instead of having that great big sheet of paper with mostly nothing on it, I've got the letter there, where it came from, the date, a nice background, colorful strip right there, red, white, and blue for Veterans Day. And on the back, I have the veteran sitting in a Jeep, Corporal Katucci, U.S. Army, 1970, Long Bien, Vietnam. And now this is ready to put in the pocket. Oh, yes, 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 look at that. Love, love the spread. I didn't do too badly either. My perspective is off, but I think I get everything. This might be a little crooked, I'm not sure. Doesn't matter. It's done, it's in there, and I love it. But while I was looking for things on the table, I did find two more things I want to put in here. So I'm going to leave these little crumbs sitting here. This is for Election Day, and that little sticker was here a minute ago that said I voted. Oh, there's two of them. And I had pulled out these pictures of a bald eagle in front of the American flag. I don't know where that's going to go, but these these pages are just very patriotic. So I'll just leave those in there. Oh, and I found this too. This is also for November, I believe. Tuck those little crumbs right in there. And well, now it's time to go take my eye drops and give the eyes a little break. But before I leave, I just wanted to say thank you, thank you, thank you to the many folks who left their thoughts and prayers and positive vibes for a good outcome on my cataract surgery and a speedy recovery. Thank you so much. And I want to wish everyone happy junk journaling. Bye bye.